Hello and welcome. My name is Chris Shelton, coming to you with your DIY home remedies guide to health, happiness, and healing transformations. What we're going to be talking about today is vertigo, Meniere's disease, and dizziness itself. There's not a lot of research, at least in Western medicine, of how to fix it or how to cure it. All they do is medicate, or most of the time they medicate. And what is that? That's Meniere's disease, also referred to as vertigo. Now, there's many different reasons for dizziness. Dizziness could be something as simple as a blood deficiency. So if your blood is weak, this could be due to heart not functioning properly. It could be your lungs not functioning properly, your kidneys, your spleen. There's a whole slew of organs that could play a role into why you might be dizzy. Too much stress could be something that could actually cause dizziness. Believe it or not, drinking excessive amounts of water could also weaken your chi, make you become dizzy. Now, we talk about drinking plenty of room temperature water, and we want you to drink enough that's good for your constitution and good for your body type. But you could actually, too much of a good thing is too much, and this also can weaken the blood, and this can also trigger dizziness, so pay attention to that. Now, if your spleen isn't functioning right, or if you're drinking too much alcohol, or you're eating greasy, fatty, fried foods, and too many carbs, now this will affect your blood, this will affect your chi, and these are some of the other root causes that can contribute to dizziness. But when we start to talk about Meniere's disease, which is constant vertigo, which years ago I suffered from, and that I was able to cure myself with Chinese herbology and Chinese medicine. And so I'm talking from firsthand experience as to how much this sucks. And there's really no way to cure it. Like I said in the beginning of this video, the way that they try to remedy it is by giving medications and blaming the inner ear as being the culprit. Now, true, the inner ear is the culprit, but the root of it 9 times out of 10 actually is from the kidneys just being wiped out and depleted. Now, grant you, other types of vertigo can be due to a heart dysfunction, can be due to a liver dysfunction, a liver blood dysfunction, or a combination of a heart blood, liver blood dysfunction itself. Okay, so Qigong is such a great practice to do in order to help to remedy this. If it's a kidney issue, then probably what's happened is that you burned the candles at both ends for too long, had some shocking traumatic experience happen, and or maybe you're taking too many over-the-counter medications, not getting enough sleep, there's too much stress. This creates the perfect storm to wipe out the kidneys, because what is the negative emotion of the kidneys? Well, the negative emotion itself is fear, but shock. Now, shock could be surviving any kind of trauma. It could be from burning the candles at both ends, too much prolonged stress, witnessing or seeing something that's stressful or very shocking. These are all things that will deplete your kidneys. So if you're somebody that's go, 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 go all the time, and all of a sudden you wake up one day and the room's spinning, or you close your eyes, you go lay down, go to bed, and the room is spinning. The first thing I do is make sure, call your doctor, make sure there's not a heart dysfunction going on or something more serious. And if they don't find anything, the next thing that I would do is I would do an inventory on myself to see where I could cut back stress in my life and to make sure that I get adequate amounts of sleep. Sleep is the #1 tonic for restoring the kidney function. The next tonic that's really good for restoring kidney function and organ function in general is Qigong, or practicing Tai Chi. So these Qigong practices are really good because they work with the 5 organ systems, and like I was talking about in the beginning of this video, a lot of organs can actually play a role in dizziness overall. So it's not just one pinpointed organ. Now, there's going to be other symptoms and signs associated with that. And when I come out with my next book on the DIY Home Remedies Guide for Common Ailments, we will talk about Meniere's disease and dizziness in further detail. So today what I thought I'd do is just introduce you to the concepts of, well, what can be the cause of dizziness and what can be the cause of the diseases like Meniere's disease or chronic vertigo. So what kind of Qigong practices can we do? Well, I would start off first with the kidney cleansing exercise. And the kidney cleansing exercise is very simple to do. I'm going to place my left hand on my right kidney. I'm going to inhale on the up part of the circle, imagine a blue cloud. It's okay to make the movement very gentle. Just by placing the hand on the kidney itself is good enough to help to make the connection with the kidney. And I'm going to need to imagine a blue cloud filling up into the kidneys as I inhale. Then as I exhale, I'm going to imagine any toxicity leaving. And as I inhale, I want to imagine that my kidneys are getting stronger and stronger. So we're kind of changing this up a little bit. So you notice I'm not really bending over. Because like I said, I had vertigo years ago before I started practicing Chinese medicine. And It was from too much stress and burning the candles at both ends. And what happened was that the first time it happened, I went into an elevator after being up for almost 48 hours straight under high stress. And when the elevator settled, this triggered the vertigo. All right, so I'm not bending over here. I'm modifying this practice. And this practice, as you can see anyways, even if I didn't suffer from vertigo or Meniere's disease, we can modify these practices based upon your health condition. You know, so you can actually do Qigong from a lying down position if you have to. So again, the key here is placing the hands on the kidneys. And then as you inhale on the up part, imagine a blue cloud filling up into the kidneys. Then as you exhale, just allow for any excess emotions or thoughts to leave out through the bottom of the feet. Okay, so we can do several repetitions of those. So we're going to switch. Another great practice that we go ahead and do is go ahead and connect to our ears and our kidneys at the same time. So what's going to happen is I'm going to go ahead and rub my hands together here, create friction and heat within the hands between the palms, and then I'm going to place the palms over the ears, and as I inhale, I'm going to imagine and feel that warmth radiate all the way down to the kidneys. Again. Feel that warmth come in. You can imagine a blue cloud coming in. And inhale. And exhale. All right. That's a great practice to do. Another great practice to do is just to rub the kidneys. Okay. You gently rub these kidneys, warm them up. So the kidneys love warmth. So if you have low back problems at the same time that you're going through this, then one of the recommendations that we would make is not to put ice on the low back. So the kidneys do not like cold, and we do not want to create more of a deficiency, okay? All right. So if you are suffering from vertigo, there are certain foods that you can eat, or you're suffering from Meniere's disease, there are certain foods that you can eat to help to strengthen what is referred to as kidney. And some of those foods are like Bosch pears, apples, apricots, raisins, dates, seafood, especially the smaller fish. Sardines are the best. Those little packages of dried kale or dried seaweed are also really good for you. So one of those a day. Make sure to get enough sleep. As long as you don't have hypertension, another recommendation too is to take a little shot glass of warm water and put about a half a teaspoon of Himalayan sea salt in the shot glass and drink that down before going to bed at night. But herbal-wise, there's a formula called 6 flavors, and I would talk to your local acupuncturist or herbalist before ordering these herbs. But 6 flavors traditionally is something that we would recommend to people that are going through this. For anybody that is not only suffering from vertigo and or Meniere's disease, but especially if the vertigo with Meniere's disease was triggered by chemo and or radiation. Because what's happened is that chemo radiation has actually zapped the kidney essence. So talk to your local acupuncturist first before taking this, but this is something that we commonly would recommend. There are some contraindications at times with certain medications, as well as if you have an excessive damp condition. So it's really important to talk to somebody to make sure that you're taking the right thing for you. But there is a remedy to this, and some people suffer from Meniere's disease, and they suffer for a long time. Now, if you have a blood deficiency or you have a heart dysfunction that's creating the dizziness or the lightheadedness, again, I'd talk to your physician first just to rule out there's nothing going on with the heart or something else going on with the body itself. Just make sure I do a full blood workup to make sure everything's okay. But if everything comes out okay, then I really look at, well, how can we strengthen our blood? Again, there's 3 major organs that contribute to the formation of blood. 1 is your kidneys, 2 is your lungs, 3 is your spleen and your stomach. So these 3 organs are the main organs for helping to produce blood, and then the heart then governs and circulates it around the body. Okay, so all the other Qigong practices, the heart cleansing exercise, click on the link below and we'll add in those exercises. The heart cleansing exercise, the lung cleansing exercise, the spleen cleansing exercise, the liver cleansing exercise. Once again, those kidney cleansing exercises, because when we look at cases of dizziness, there are many contributing factors that would contribute to it. As we wrap up here, again, looking at your diet is of utmost importance. If you are drinking too much or taking too many over-the-counter medications, I'd really take a look at that. And one of the videos that we are going to do is we're going to be talking about addictions and substance abuse problems, but I would really take a look at that and I would get help for that. I would really look at what kind of foods are you eating. If you just changed your diet, maybe you went to a cold raw diet and you're now feeling this dizziness, well, maybe that cold or raw diet isn't the right diet for you, because once again, we are all like snowflakes and we all have to eat according to our constitution and what we need. So making sure to get enough sleep. I always recommend to take a 20-minute to 30-minute power nap every single day. It's been proven to help to reduce hypertension. It's also been proven to help with longevity. If you like this video and the other videos that we put out, please like and subscribe and share our YouTube channel. And please reach out if you have any questions or there's some topic that you would like to hear me talk about, because I'd love to be able to share this information with you and to be able to help you by empowering you to be the best person that you could possibly be. So I'm Chris Shelton, signing off from a beautiful day in Los Angeles, California, the heart of Hollywood, with your DIY home remedies guide to health, happiness, and healing transformations. Until next time, I will see you later.